Hey DIYers, I'm George from Alarm Grid. Today we're going to be going over whether or not you can use two L7000 alarm panels together. Now the L7000 is a Honeywell, or otherwise now known as Residio. It's a wireless all-in-one alarm panel or system, and something to keep in mind just whenever you guys are trying to put together a system and you're looking at adding other points of arming and disarming the system. You can only have one alarm control panel per your alarm ecosystem, I'm going to call it, right? The alarm panel is the brains. That is what everything reports back to. If you have sensors out in the field, they all come down and report back to one unit, which is the alarm panel. The other devices that you have in your house that allow you to enter in codes and disarm the system, if you have multiple locations, those are called keypads, right? So an alarm panel is the base unit, and the keypads are, I guess you can say, uh, different points where you can arm and disarm the system from that you can separate out in the house. Now, if you're looking at adding other points of arming and disarming on the L7000, you need to have a wireless keypad, which is called the 5828, and they also have the 5828V, which stands for the voice. So those are really the only two options. The L7000 does not work with another L7000, right? Remember what I said earlier, you can only have one alarm panel per your alarm ecosystem. So for those of you out there who bought two L7000s and you're trying to get them to work together, that simply won't happen. The L7000s do not interact with each other whatsoever at all. They're two complete independent wireless alarm systems. Now, a lot of people get two L7000s because they're looking at adding a second they're looking at adding a second location in their home to arm and disarm the main panel for them. But the thing is that each panel is its own main panel, so they're not going to interact with each other at all. So if you did want to add other keypads, you would need to get the 5828 or a 5828V. Now, this also goes the same for any other wireless alarm panel, right? So remember what I said, you can only have one alarm panel, right? The alarm panel is the brains per your alarm ecosystem. So if an L7000 and an L7000 don't work together, an L7000 and an L5210, or an L7000 and a Lyric, an L7000 and a Vista system, they're not going to interact with each other whatsoever because each one is its own alarm panel. Now the cool thing with the L7000 is that these are wireless all-in-one systems. So generally what people had was that big beige cabinet, and that was the brains, right? That was the panel. And then you had the keypads wired up out by your front door, by your back door, your garage door, and those were the areas where you could arm and disarm the system from. You could not arm it from the big beige cabinet because it's just a green motherboard. But with these L7000 wireless alarm all-in-one systems, they have everything already compacted into one unit, which is what you see here. The L7000, you can arm and disarm directly from there. All the communicators are already in here. The wireless receiver card is in here. This is what the wireless sensors are communicating back to. And if you wanted to add another keypad, again, it's called the 5828 or the 5828V, and we also have FAQs on how you can program it in and get it to function with your wireless systems. So if you guys have any more questions about the L7000, feel free to email us to support@alarmgrid.com. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure you hit like underneath, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit the little bell icon to enable notifications so when we upload new content, you guys get notified. I'm George, and I'll see you guys next time.